Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Paul from Guitar Gear Connection, and welcome to my 2023 Beatle Gear Enthusiast Christmas shopping list. Now, everything on this list is not going to be directly related to the Beatles, but myself as a Beatle Gear enthusiast think these are some of the things that should be around the household. So without further ado, let's dive into the list. So first up, Dario this year has come out with some pretty cool Beatle-inspired items. First up with the picks, I usually don't recommend buying guitar picks for guitar players as each one is particular in what they use, but they're definitely cool collector's items. The guitar straps they have are awesome and they have a great selection, but more so the drum heads for the drummers out there. A 20 and a 22-inch bass drum size they offer, definitely going to be a cool collector's item. My next pick also makes a great stocking stuffer. This new Dunlop 65 intensive cleaner is amazing. I just bought it at Guitar Center the other day. When you spray it on, it's almost like putting alcohol into the guitar. It just goes on, cleans it, and wipes right off. Whereas a lot of the other guitar cleaners I've used always have like a waxy residue that you kind of got to buff into the guitar. This stuff, absolutely amazing, and I highly recommend it. Another item that always makes a great stocking stuffer is a capo. Dario, again, I am not affiliated with them, makes great capos. And of course they have a sale on them right now, $17.99, or they have one for $16.99. Just watch out, don't buy that ukulele one. Of course, unless that's what you're going for. My next pick is the Dario Humidipaks. These of course are meant for acoustic guitars and the cold, dry weather. They come with 3 packs. 2 go inside the sound hole of the acoustic guitar, inside a pack that drapes over the strings, and then the third one goes inside a little packet at the top of the headstock. Now, they're supposed to last up to 6 months, or if they dry out, whatever comes first. They say in dry weather they usually last about 2 to 3 months, which is perfect for me to get me right through the cold season. The whole kit is $24.99, and if you needed to buy just the replacement packs, comes in 3 for $18.99. Coming in at $119.99, the Fender Mustang Micro is my next Christmas pick. I absolutely love mine. It does everything I need for practicing, giving me clean, distortion, reverb, chorus, and a bunch of other cool effects. Also, the best part is Bluetooth. Can link it right to my phone, play along with music right then and there through the headphones. Highly recommend this thing. Now, once you get that Fender Mustang Micro, you're also going to need a good pair of headphones. At $84.99, you cannot beat these Sony MDR7506s. I've had mine for probably 10 years now, held up perfectly. The only one negative thing I could say is the rubber does come off around the earpiece. Other than that, though, these things sound absolutely amazing, have handled so many falls, cannot say enough good things about these headphones. Highly recommended. The WWA Pedal. Every musician needs this in their arsenal. I don't even have one, and I know I need one soon. At $71.99 though, it's a perfect gift to give somebody. All the living legends back in the day used one of these, so definitely great piece to have in any collection. The Vox Tone Lab is definitely my next pick. These things come up cheap every so often on Facebook Marketplace, Reverb, Craigslist, all that. They have so many cool features. Now, I know they weren't the biggest hit ever, but if you actually sit down and use one of these, they're great. I like to use mine plugged in directly to the computer. Gives me all the sound effects I need. Yeah, a little difficult to use. I still gotta learn how to use mine fully the right way. But once you sit down and hit a few buttons, trust me, you can get some amazing tones out of this thing. Towards the end of the Beatles' career, they were even using and making fun of the name Fuzz Face. This Dunlop is a great variation. For $169.99, you get to have a little piece of what sounds like the 60s. My next Christmas list pick is the acclaimed Dr. Robert pedal. Coming in at $347, it's a little bit pricier than most pedals out there, but the sound that it delivers is absolutely amazing. And for every Beatle gear nut, definitely something to have in the arsenal. Now we move on to guitars, and this guitar is probably my top pick of all the items on this whole list. Coming in at the deal of the year at $399, whereas I paid $550 for mine, the Epiphone EJ160E Definitely would make one of the better Christmas gifts for any Beatle gear nut, no matter what level of professionalism they're on. Now, if you picked up that Epiphone EJ160E, or if you already have one, this is definitely a great enhancement to add to your guitar. This is the vintage style Kluson Tuners. Main difference being is there's an extra ring around the plastic. Yeah, it's a fine little detail, but for us Beatle nuts and vintage lovers, it's definitely something that sticks out and we notice. Out of all the items on this Christmas list, this one has to be the coolest. It's a Beatle drumhead wall display. Coming in at $425, they made this thing as accurate as possible, and what's the coolest thing about it is the fact that you can get different drum heads depending on what style you like best. My next Christmas pick would be the Hoffner Icon bass. Coming in at $449, it is definitely a great entry-level Hoffner style bass to get any Beatle enthusiast playing. Now that Hoffner Icon I just went over is a great bass. But again, us musicians don't mind used, and if you can pick up a used Hofner Contemporary, or CT they call them, I feel as though it's a bit better of a bass than the Hofner Icons. And last but not least, to end off this holiday shopping list for a Beatle gear enthusiast, I'd recommend the newer made Epiphone Casinos. Why that might be? Because finally the back of them come in an all brown mahogany style finish, which was how they were back in the 60s. And at $629, you really can't lose buying a demo version from Sweetwater, knowing that they inspect those guitars so closely before they leave the facility. Now, if anybody else out there has any other ideas of gifts to buy a Beatle gear enthusiast for Christmas, birthdays, or any other special events, please let me know. I would love to hear some of your ideas. Thanks for watching. Kind of hope this video helps somebody somewhere, possibly. And if you like this style of video, I know it's a little bit different of what I'm usually up to doing, please comment below. Let me know. Thanks again, everybody. Catch you on the next one.